Hi Aquarius, welcome to your first tarot reading of the year. Happy damn new year to you. I wish you a very, very wonderful 2024. So with that said, remember these are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. And also, if you are a continued subby, you know Raffi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates and you want some of that Raffi love in your inbox every week, hit that subscribe button. All right, before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. All right, so your key to the week this week, for the week ahead, is... Dun, dun, dun. All right. The moon card, right? So there is, remember with the moon card, something is slightly nebulous with this card, right? You're never really sure of what you're getting, or sometimes the moon card will reveal to you what your fears are in a specific area of life, and other times the moon card will show you where your rose-tinted glasses either need to come off or they are falling off at the time. Now, the other thing with the moon card, because it's a cyclic energy, it does tend to represent the past. So this could be a week where you know, in all of these different sectors of your life that we're going to be looking at, there could be something here that you are, this maybe someone that you're reconnecting with, maybe some path that you're going back down where you're treading memory lane. All of that kind of stuff could come up for you this week. All right. Now, the other thing that I do want to say to you as well, because this is like the third time that I've tried to record the Aquarius video, which tells me that this week, because one of the other tropes for the moon card is your instinctual energies, right? So this week you got to trust your intuition and trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right or doesn't seem right, it probably isn't. All right, for your actions and options, you got the Five of Wands. Now, one way that this potentially shows up is an old conflict, an old issue, an old challenge, an old argument that you've had with somebody. The feeling I get from it is it's almost like, and even though the Five of Wands is in your actions and options, which is about what you do, this is you going in for the conflict. Like usually Aquarius tries to find the resolutions and all the rest of it, but it's almost like on this front, you're refusing to back down. And this is in regards to something that has been a problem before or is a recurring problem or issue. So it's almost like you're, you know, when somebody just refuses to let something die. Right, you know, like there's that phrase, we've got a phrase here in the UK where we say, like, you know, oh, they can't let sleeping dogs lie, like meaning they're just not able to leave things the way that they are. If this happens over the course of this week, follow your instincts, right? One, because this might be that somebody is literally trying to goad you, and two, this might also be where, you know, maybe yes, it comes back up and it's presented to you, but if you are the one to let it go and to let it lie, then actually, like, it won't be a problem moving forward. In terms of the options that are available to you, there might be a suggestion of teamwork, collaboration, partnering up, buddying up, all the rest of it. Not this week. All right, whatever is offered to you this week, as I say, this is the third time I'm trying to record this video. The set of I only got 2 cards in last time and something messed up, and it's been weird trying to record this Aquarius video, right? And now we have the moon card, and this tells me your instincts and your intuition need to be relied upon at this time. Do not take anything at face value, and wherever there are offers of collaboration, you just not this week, right? If you can wait until the following week, I think you'll be in a much stronger position. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Knight of Wands, right? So there's a lot of fire here already. You know, you've got the Five of Wands, that's a challenge and a conflict card. You've got the Knight of Wands, this is passionate communication at its best, right? But this is also you going after something that you really feel connected to. And with this Five of Wands, this connection here, this tells me that there's something, it's almost like someone tries to present something. I've got this saying that I coined probably about 7 or 8 years ago now, and that is, people love that you don't take any shit until they try to give you some. Yeah, this week somebody is trying to, it's like they're trying to give you, like someone's trying to put some shit in your lap and you're not having it. Like, as I say, usually we look for the solutions and all the rest of it. This week you're going straight to the feisty, right? So I feel sorry for anybody that comes with that BS this week. Now, with that said, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this could be an issue that's come up previously or before, or it may be that a teacher or a professor, or maybe even a fellow student, maybe a colleague or a peer, someone's going to say something that they think is funny, or maybe a throwaway comment, or whatever the case might be, and it really is aimed directly at you. And your heckles are up, because it's like, once you go in on this person, they're going to be like, oh shit, here we go. And I've said it before, right? I've told you before. All of the signs have different ways of reading you, right? The fire signs won't bother, they'll just threaten you with violence, or they'll just start shouting at you, right? Like straight up. They don't do any of that. Whereas the air signs and the water signs, or sorry, the air signs and the earth signs, they will deal with straight up facts, come for your entire life, destroy that shit and walk away with a smile. Right? Like, that's how they will just straight up smack you with them facts, and then like everybody's left there like, what just happened? All right. Usually Aquarius lives by the axiom, just knowing what you could say is enough. This week it's not enough. Like this week, if you're cross-watching for an Aquarius, watch yourself, because you are likely to get more of a mouthful than you expect. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I've already mentioned that. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, same kind of energy, but this is you whipping a team into shape about something that's been a recurring problem or issue. Now, it does suggest to me that you might need to override a boss this week. So maybe you're clashing with a boss because, whatever they're suggesting that the team does, it's just not cutting it. So, you're just like, you know what, fuck that. Let me just override this because you're chatting shit right now. Here's how we're going to move forward. And it's like, you can just ask for forgiveness later rather than asking for permission now. Yeah. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, again, people love that you don't take any shit until they try to give you some. This is an old partner, an old colleague, an old collaborator. Someone's going to try to come for you this week, right? Verbally, probably. And when they do, I feel sorry for them, because they're probably going to get more than they bargained for. Now, another way that this could also show up is you start to connect with, or start to reach out for more of a team. Now, you might not be doing the reach out this week, because as I said, whatever collaborations and stuff are suggested to you this week, you do want to take a step back and consider it at a later date. Whereas you could start really doing the mental work around, if I were going to build a team, or if I were going to connect with other people or collaborate with others, who would I want to do that with? This is not necessarily the best week to reach out to them, but it is a week to think about, what does that look like for you? Finally, when it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, this I actually think is the resuming of a hobby of some sort. So you could be going back to some sort of club, some sort of hobby or skill, maybe a dance class, maybe Tai Chi, like whatever the case might be. You could be going back to something that you really enjoy as a vocation, or as just like a leisurely pursuit. So I love it. I'm totally here for that. Now, just want to mention, on the 18th of on the 18th of January, my tarot course is going to go live on the 18th of January. The enrollment is going to be open from the 18th right through to the 31st. There are only 20 spaces. I like to keep the group really small so that I can give people as much attention as possible. And also, there's going to be practice on each other. There's going to be live client demos as well as live client practice for you guys. The reason I do that is because that's how you test your work. That's how you grow as a reader, right? Until you have actually read for somebody that you don't know and really had to dig into it and really puzzle it out and really pull on that intuitive faculty, you haven't read tarot, right? That straight up. I don't care who you are. You can fight me in the comments over this. I'll come for you too. All right. Starting already. But yeah, all of that aside, 18th enrollment opens. It will go right through to the 31st. after which, unless all spaces are filled, then enrollment will close on the 31st, whereas if all the spaces are gone by then, then obviously it will be done. There is a possibility that I'll run a second one later this year, but I'm not sure that will go ahead because I do have many other plans that I want to bring you. Now, for your love and relations, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Honestly, for those of you that are single and looking, yes, there's flirtation. Yes, there's enjoyment. Yes, there's banter with somebody. Like, there's hard banter, right? And I love me some hard banter. I love, somebody that can really, if you ain't got no chat, don't bother, because an Aquarius will literally switch off halfway through your first sentence. So I'm just going to tell you that straight up. But jokes aside, you're very focused on your self-care this week. You're very focused on really enhancing your own life path. It's like, you know what, I haven't got time or space for anything that's not really enhancing my life at the moment. There could be a lot of fun. There could even be, friends with benefits kind of situations, but not much more than that. Very likely to be with an earth sign and potentially somebody from your past. Now, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, that Queen of Pentacles suggests that you are working on the relationship to enhance it or to make it better in some way. Look, with the Knight of Wands here and the Five of Wands, it might get a little bit leery before it gets smooth. All right, that's probably the best way to put it. And then finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Hierophant card. So the Queen of Pentacles that might be showing up for you this week, usually an earth sign woman, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, is likely to be a Taurus, right? That's the first thing. Second, when it comes to your money and your finances, this week it looks like, first of all, for those of you that are having to interact with banks, building societies, whether you're looking to apply for a loan or something of that nature, this is where the finances are really starting to take some form of shape. It's also potentially for some of you that you're seeing a financial advisor, getting that good advice, you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's, and whatever money-making enterprises, ideas or schemes that show up for you over the course of this week, it's like you're really doing what you need to now to secure that for the long run. I will say not everything is as clear as you would like it to be though, because you've got this Moon card here. And then when it comes to your physical health and vitality, your neck, your throat and your voice, this week you want to be really looking after that aspect of yourself. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this could be like, if you've got a landlord, this could be some kind of problem, challenge or issue with water, plumbing, the waters of the house, pipes, all of that kind of stuff. I really hope I'm wrong on this front, but remember the Five of Wands is also a construction card. So there might be something going on with the house that you live in this week that has something to do with water, plumbing, potentially the washing machine. I will say, because you've got the Five of Wands, you will be able to repair it. It's more an inconvenience than anything else. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.